have been asking me bakit daw Cebu City yung place for them to invest. Okay, so I know there are a lot of mga other locations na it's also good for investment, but here in Cebu City, we're gonna show you the reasons why this is the best place and the best time to invest. Now, right now we are actually here in the third bridge, so we will be showing you what Cebu City looks like from afar. So from this bridge, this just got completed, and this is one of the gems of Cebu City. So there's a lot of, when we talk about real estate, it's not just about condominiums or buildings. It's all about sustainability. Like, why do you need to invest here? So obviously when you invest in a condo, it's for rental or for personal use, but there's a lot of complementing industries here, especially in Cebu ID Park, and there's Cebu Business Park. So there's a lot of opportunities and a lot of foreigners that come here either for business or for tourism. And talking about, tourism and pleasure, so we will be showing you the condominiums or the residential projects that are pre-selling or yung under construction pa, so that you will have the chance to invest. And also, like, in totality, because after here in the third bridge, we will be showing you Cebu City skyline from afar. And one of the magic when you invest here is that Cebu City is in between the white sand beaches with accessibility, and then there's also overlooking view of the mountain, and you can actually travel from the overlooking view of the mountain to the beach in less than an hour, maybe like 10 minutes if you pass by here in the third bridge. So yun yung mga advantages that I see, aside from the booming economy, that would make Cebu City a good place to invest in. So if you are an investor or looking to invest and have not tried yet, join me as we go through the different projects, and I'll be showing you what are the advantages and disadvantages and the stages of construction when you invest here in Cebu. Okay, so enjoy. How many would have imagined that maybe 10 or 20 years ago that Cebu City would look like this? Okay, so there's a lot of excitement that's going on, coupled with a booming economy with a solid infrastructure program like that, the third bridge. You can already see that Cebu City is built for long-time success. And what's good about this is you can contribute to that success by being an investor here in Cebu City. So that area, that's the Cebu City skyline that would stretch all the way to the third bridge in Talisay City, where condominiums are available and for sale. So later on, I'll be showing you the pre-selling projects that's ongoing construction that you can choose in any location, and I will also be showing you where it is located and why you need to invest in that property. So there is no single condominium that I will endorse for now, but it's up to you. And this is also a good opportunity if you are an investing buyer to the project, so that you can see the status of the construction. So for now, I just showed you what it looks like from the third bridge, and right now I am showing you what it looks like right here overlooking. So it's a good place to invest, and I would say that Cebu is primed for investment. So join us as we go through all this construction progress, so that you can see for yourself, whether you are here in Cebu or outside of the Philippines or even abroad. We will give you updates right in your doorstep. So welcome to Cebu City. So first condo feature for today's vlog is Casa Mira Guadalupe Tower. So it's also located in Cebu City, and it's actually a 3-tower purely residential unit with retail spaces on the ground floor. Now, just a trivia, like when it started, it was originally designed to be 2 towers, the Tower 1 and the Annex. But then there was an opportunity to also purchase the lot on the other side. That's why it's now 3-tower, but purely residential condominium. Now, in terms of the advantages, it's in Cebu City, so proximity is very good. We have, this is a close project near Capital and downtown Cebu. But in terms of the utility, it's mostly designed for end users because as you can see, there's not a lot of other commercial structures in the area. But if you're looking for a purely residential project wherein you can use to stay or with your family, then this is a good project for you. Now, from a downside is that the roads are a bit narrow on the Quijada compound, but during off-peak, then it's a good road to have with a lot of public transportation available. So if you're looking for a property that is in Cebu City, that is not so crowded with commercial spaces, then Casa Mira Guadalupe Towers is the right for you. So it's mid-rise, so if you're afraid of heights, then you can have this and you will have a good view of the lush mountains and also with the greeneries and also on the seaside as well. So that's it, and see you on the next featured condo. Alright, so next up is Baseline Residences. So this is actually a 3-tower project wherein the first tower, the Baseline Center, is made up of the Baseline Headquarters and Citadines Hotel. And then Tower 2 is also residential, which is called the Baseline Premier. But right now, Baseline Premier is sold out. Okay, so that fast. But the good news is third tower or Baseline Prestige also or still has available units, a studio unit, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and the big 3-bedroom units, which you can avail because right now it is still in almost RFO or pre-selling price. But the good news is you can have that at the other side, which we will view later on. So if you are interested to have a residence in the heart of the city, which is actually my personal favorite, I would recommend Baseline Prestige. And where we are standing at is actually, if you notice, in Sinulog, there's a lot of party in here. So if you are the active type of person who likes to go around, because this is a strategic location, because like right there is a university and schools, and on the other side are hospitals. So it has everything you need to be able to live a life in the middle of everything. So we will check the actual building on the other side. So this is just the facade of the 3-tower project, and then we can go to the other side. So let's go. So we are here on the other side because the road facing there is Juan Osmeña, but this one we are directly at the back of Baseline Prestige, the 3rd tower. So it's over there. So it's actually a 31-story condominium, but the first few floors will be the commercial, 1st and 2nd, the 3rd and 4th will be the parking space, and the 4th and the 5th floor is the amenity area, and then from 6 to 12 is the live hotel. So this also has a hotel component, but don't worry because the hotel will have its own lobby entrance and separate elevators. But what's good about this project is that because of, not just because of its location, but because of the hotel component. Because usually, like, people who stay in a hotel would only stay there for short term, but if they would want longer term, I'm sure they would choose for the units upstairs, which is the residential units. And if your unit is you want it to have for investment, then it's a good place to invest too. Okay, so that's the Tower 3, and I'll just have John do the flyby so that you can see the progress of this tower. So let's go. So I spoke too soon because the plan was actually to go to Lahog, but right now we will take a quick stop because I'm going to be showing you Vertex Central residences. So it's along Archbishop Reyes Road and actually in the middle of Cebu IT Park and Ayala. So this is a good and unique condominium because it's mixed use. So you will have residential units on the higher floors and office units on the lower floors with commercial spaces on the ground floor. So if you are looking to make the best of both worlds, like if it's for investment for office space and at the same time have it as a place for residential, you can have this because of their home office setup. So it's 34 floors and the estimated completion of the project is 2025-2026. So that's Vertex Central by Primeworld Development. So we are in our last stop. So this is the Lahog area. This is actually just walking distance from Cebu IT Park. So we will be featuring Primeworld Pointe by Primeworld Holdings. So this is a good project, especially for investment purposes because it's just walking distance. In fact, of all the condominiums in this area, this is the nearest. So just walking distance. And if you are an investor, I would recommend that you would get studio units, small units, but multiple ones, so that you can really appreciate passive income. So it's still pre-selling, so equity is stretched at a very affordable price, and once it's fully done, then you can have it rented 25,000 per month for the smallest unit. So one of the downside is the narrow road, but I think that can be offset because there is really no need for you to always use vehicles, especially if you work in Cebu Park, because again it's just walking distance. So not only will you save time by escaping the traffic, you would also save on gas. So it's very practical. So it's just very across, actually it's just across Cebu Park. So either you are planning to have it as an investment or personal use, I would recommend Primeworld Pointe. So right now we are, I think construction is already halfway or more than halfway, I think 7%. So it's a good timeline, maybe 2 or 3 years, then you can already move in or you can already start earning passive income. So this is the first stop of the Lahog Condo Wars. So we will be featuring the other condominiums as well. So this is it for Primeworld Pointe. So finally, this is like the last stop. No, I know na there can be a lot of other condominium projects, but that's under construction that we have not featured yet. But you know, it's not easy pala na you will hop from one location to the next, and then with drone shot pa, and then may mga restriction pa sa mga area. We initially tried to do a video shot or drone shot sa third bridge, like sa intro, but we were not able to do that because of the restriction, because it's near the airport. But in terms of all things considered, we have been to the third bridge from Mactan to Cebu City, and then we went all the way to Mount Terrazas de Cebu, where we had the overlooking view of the city. And then we went to Casa Mira Guadalupe. After that, Baseline, and then Vertex Central, and then in Lahog. Now, in terms of if you will ask me like, ano yung ma-recommend ko na condo for you? Well, that's subjective. What I'm here is to provide you options to make sure that you're comfortable with your investment, because meron kasing mga investors that would prefer next to the commercial district, merong mga investors that would prefer next to the beach, or merong mga mountain view. So different folks, different strokes for different folks. But what I can assure you is that the properties that I am endorsing are quality projects and something that I myself will not be ashamed of, and I myself will personally buy if I have money. But for you, whether you are abroad, I can take care of that. I can take care of your investment. In terms of reservation, we do transact online. So, and lahat ng mga pera hindi will not pass by me. It will go directly to the developers. So, a lot of options. And right now we are here in Cebu ID Park. This is like the commercial district, the BPO capital. There's a lot of employees here. There's a lot of buildings, commercial buildings with restaurants here. We are even here in the coffee shop. So it's booming. And what I want you to do is really to focus and to make sure that the effort to, delayed gratification, because if we only look at the present, then we would not be able to secure a future. So it's me telling you that you also need to secure for your future by investing right now, regardless of the project, and even if it's not for me. Okay, because even if I'm an agent, I also invest. So sayang yung opportunity, especially here in Cebu na developing pa tayo. That's why you see a lot of construction projects. Investors come here, and if you're a Filipino, I would recommend that you also invest in a property here in the Philippines. There's a lot of foreigners that have invested here. So it's also good for you to take part. Okay, so it's all in the mindset. Okay, so there will be more videos to come, mga project updates. In fact, we will slice the drone footage so that you can have more focus on those projects. And if you have a project that you're interested in na hindi kasama sa video, message us so that we will feature that. Okay, so that's it for now. Once again, this is George Ryan Sarmago, a unit manager from Filipino Homes and a PRC and DHSUD registered salesperson. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay at home, and peace.